Alexa, turn on Dynamic Duo. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back for another round of exciting Santa Claus painting and I don't know, maybe KRampus? I don't know. These guys aren't going to get done. I'm telling you right now, they aren't going to get done. But what they are going to get is ready for gaming. I'm going to have to get them to a point where they're adequately usable, as in assembled. All right, so we will get my, let's switch over to Santa here. Okay, so let's see here. What's the current status of Santa? Well, let me tell you. It could be better. Santa's status could be better. Not as far along. I mean, he's done-ish. Is that a thing? Is done-ish a thing? Can you be done-ish without actually being done? I don't know. I mean, is there such thing as ish in terms of done? Okay, so that's Santa. He's got most of his coloring in. I haven't done the clock. I haven't done a little thing on his belly. It's 8:26. I've got about an hour to see how far I can get him into the finishing steps. So what that means is I'm going to pull out the Wasteland Brown, one of my favorite colors. I don't know why. It's kind of a light brown that looks like leather. It has a leathery look. Also looks kind of patchy. It has a patchy look, which makes the leather look, if you put it over white, it makes the leather look worn. It's kind of a worn leather look, and it's a great color, but for that purpose. That said, I don't know how well it's going to work over a darker brown. It might not do anything, but we're going to try. Because I'm hoping the darker brown, it adds some light patchiness. Looks like the wood is kind of like wood. But yeah, got to get going here, so let's see what I can do. What miracles can I accomplish here? Okay. Where are we going? Wrong thing. It's going to do the shield. I don't know why I'm doing the shield. Probably because I need to do the back of it to make this work. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to slap it on. I'm going to go with letting it be a wash, and we'll see what it does. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but I'll know in a minute. And if it doesn't, then I may have to come up with a different strategy to get what I want. I felt like this might be the fastest way to get the effect I wanted, but it may very well not be. Because doing washes on dark colors don't work very well. Washes, contrast paints, they just don't seem to play nice with the dark colors. Tend to prevent it from doing the thing that they're meant to do, which is to create those highlights and I mean, nobody ever mentions that. When you're watching it on YouTube, they go, oh, this is a great contrast paint, you know, blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, but how does it do as a contrast paint when you put on a dark color. And the fact is, contrast paints and washes just don't fare well on dark colors. Sorry, I've tried it on a lot of them. They look pretty mediocre at best. They can't, the dark parts can't pop out. They just have a hard time popping out when there's too much, when the dark parts, everything's dark, and the light parts don't pop out either because, well, they're dealing with darkness. So yeah. Now I could be somebody, there might be different ones, maybe some lighter ones, contrast paints that are like meant to be light might do something, I don't know, but since they're so translucent, I tend to believe the answer would be no. I tend to believe that they're not gonna, if they don't work on, geez, what do I got on there? It's like all these, like, I don't know, powder. I don't know what it is. It's like this white junk. I'm going to keep trying to just get a base coat of this stuff on, see if this contrast paint can do anything against a darker brown. If not, I'm going to go through, and I don't know that I can do you can't really do a dry brush because I'm only doing it in the areas here, and I don't want to get it on the horns of my shield. So it can't really be a dry brush. It would have to be a purposefully applied coloring, which can be done. You're wrong. It's just more work, more time consuming. Guess we'll see what that does. Let's see what it's doing on the other side. Not much. We'll see. Like I said, it gets dark colors. I don't have a lot of hope for it. But we will get around to doing a little bit more of that in a minute. I'm gonna take a little bit. I need a different kind of brown now. Probably a wash again. Probably either a light tone wash, maybe. This might even be two. Maybe I need to find a dark tone wash. A soft tone. What is the difference between a soft tone and a light tone? Soft tone is darker. Let's use that one. This is just meant to be basically what it says. It's a wash. I'm going to use it on Santa's coat as the dark. The thing is about a dark red is it tends to be more purpley. And I don't want to use purpley color on Santa. I want his dark red to look, I want the dark on his red to look, well, dark. So I think a brown is actually a better red tan. And we'll just see how this goes here. I'm just going to keep adding this. Oops, wrong one. Am I wrong? Now, I gotta figure out how to do the highlights on here, which probably be a lighter red, like an orange or something, to kind of call out the more intricate details of him. We'll just kind of keep getting this under the just trying to call out the significant details or the shadowy areas. Ugh. It smells like wax or something burning, or something burning. Could be a candle or something. My son had got a bunch of candles for Christmas. So my sons, my daughters, my wife, everybody likes candles. Just, to me, it's just a lot of wax. It's alright. Some of them smell good. Some of them just smell like wax, though. It's potent. Tempted to go find out what's going on. Make sure we're not burning something. Because sometimes my heater smells like that. The furnace smells like wax. Candle burning. Yeah, I'm not talking too much right now. I am in brush mode. As in, I'm so far behind. I got so much to do. And Santa, you're not done. It's way past Christmas. You have so much to do. One last big thing to do. Right. Ugh. It's my hot apple cider. And yes, I'm slurping a little, because if you don't slurp when it's hot, you burn your mouth. I am not a fan of le burneth the moutheth. Tastes bad. Tastes bad and it's uncomfortable. I do not know what the heck all these little things are. These little white specks on me. Don't know what I was doing around this thing. All right. So I got to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna have to take a light color. I don't think a shade's gonna work because it's gonna be too thin. I need something with a little bit more body so that I can actually apply it, because what I'm using isn't working. Even an ink might be better, but I don't know, man. My selection of brown inks and stuff is kind of. I did just buy a couple though that might. I don't know if they're light enough, but we'll see here. Martian orange. Apparently my primer is wet. It's not going to work right now. It doesn't want to prime. All right. Oops. Where's my new browns? Carne Marion. Is that it? The brown. This is a game color. It's just tan. It's just really thick. It's really, really, really thick. I don't know if it's really thick or the bottle's really full. Nope. I am not getting anywhere with this primer of mine. Does not want to apply. There we go. That worked. Nothing like actually adding. All right. Well, at least that stuck. Quite a few items that need to be top colored. Colors that need to be top colored. All right, let's try my tan again. I don't know what color my tan is because it's not actually on the bottle. So I have tanned skin here that looks kind of that color, which might actually be what I'm looking for. So maybe I'll just use that because I can be safe. Because I have this other color. It says it's tan, but I don't know. Maybe that's a good tan. I mean, it looks kind of tan. It has a tannish brown. I'm a little concerned that it won't be dark, or it'll be too light, too dark still. It might not provide what I'm looking for. And I have about 40 minutes here to get this guy to a point where I can glue his arm onto his arm together, put the shield on. Because then I got to start looking out, trying to get the sword on. So. Yeah, it needs to be thin enough that it doesn't look like I'm adding brushstrokes. I don't want me some brushstrokes. It's got to be thin, like they say, like milk. Thin enough to stick, but not thin enough to. But not thin enough to leave a trail, you know. I'm not thick enough. Thick enough to stick, but not thick enough to leave a trail. That's what I'm saying. Oddly enough, I was worried about this being too dark, and I think it might actually be too light. Biggest thing is trying to figure out keeping my brush at a tip that I can use, because it keeps flailing out as soon as it starts to dry. I don't know if I'll do this on the back, because you can't see the back, and it seems like it's kind of a significant detail that if you're going to put that much work into it, at least you could just be seen. So once this is on Santa, you won't be able to see the back of this shield very well, if at all. I do like it. It does look more woodsy. A little bit, the grain is a little bit more defined. Though it's not blended real well. So I may have to put another wash over it. I don't know how exactly that's going to work. An applied wash, that could be difficult. And what I mean by applied wash is that I have to put it in the cracks intentionally, not just slop it on. Mostly because if I don't, it'll just wash out what I'm doing right now, and that would just undo what I did. I'm trying not to do that. So today's workout for me included swimming. That's all I did. I haven't swam in a while. I've been doing all these other things. And I thought, you know what? I need to go for a swim. So I went down to the gym and I was like, okay, I got to have a backup plan because there's there's usually people in the pool. So, and getting to swim when I want to is very hit or miss. So I went down there and said, all right, I'm just going to do, I don't know, stair climber or whatever, elliptical. Not stair climber, because I don't even know if we have one of those at my gym. I haven't really looked, but so I said I'll do elliptical, but put on my trunks, walked over there, and hey, there was a lane. There was another guy there too. I was like, oh no, is he gonna go get in the pool before me? But nope, he went over to the hot tub. So I said, all right, I'm good. Okay, can't tell, my eyes are blurring out staring at this so close. I'm having a close up. I may have to put another wash on there, but like I said, it'll probably be like an applied wash. I don't know what I got going here. He's so sticky though. I don't know what kind of paint I used or what. Because it's like this guy's been dry and unused for. Yeah. So all right. So I did that. And then we will go ahead back to Santa. Back to Santa. Let's get his let's get Santa's. Let's do some highlights. So where's my orange? I got this Martian orange. I don't know, it's either weird. It's an express color. Do I want to do an express color? Can you do highlights with express colors? Is that even a thing? I don't even know if that's a thing. That might be me going in the wrong direction. I mean, they're very thin, right? They're very translucent. So if you put them on, they're probably going to take like 50 coats to get a highlight on there. I probably shouldn't do it just for that reason alone. It's got kind of that wasteland brown effect with orange. I don't even know what I would use that for, but let's see if it works. If it does look like it's applying anything. I'll see. I think it's doing something. Maybe. So I continue to try to just call out the color a little bit more in his jacket. Get the peaks and valleys all called out. we'll have to continue this obviously after game night. We'll see how it goes. I haven't even fully hashed out the entire scenario. That's gonna be fun. We'll see how that goes. I may not even get it tomorrow because they're in the middle of another thing, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get them headed in this direction even. Ultimately, it's gonna come down to them, you know. What are they gonna do? I feel like I might need a brighter orange or a different orange or something. Just to get this fully called out. In fact, I'm even thinking I might even have to go back to red a little bit because there's some spots here that aren't very red. Maybe I was handling them too much. I don't know. If I use the orange as best I can. And the orange is supposed to be brighter, right? So it calls up the highlights, but I'm not sure I'm doing it with enough. Like this orange is so translucent, I don't think it's carrying enough weight to really do the job I'm looking for. I mean, it's doing it. It's very subtle. Almost too subtle, I think. I think I might need a little bit more. Orange, maybe even a little bit of yellow. Yellow? Would yellow be too much? Or pink, maybe? What's a better highlight for red? Pink or yellow? Now, I know if you're doing like fire and stuff, you typically want, mostly reds. Pink is taking it to the white side, but I'm wondering if I should go to the yellow side. More orange to... I feel like yellow is a better highlight. but I want it to be like an ink yellow, very thin, just kind of very what do I want to say, understated ink, just so it's just a little bit. Should not take much. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:07. I've got to get to that point where I'm able to say he's done enough to glue. I got to really focus on those areas that need that just need to be. They're going to be underneath the shield. Trying to get the peakiest peak parts of these creases and such so that I can call them done enough. Problem is I don't have enough red in some of these spots. I may have to go over some of these with red. As in, it's like it didn't get a very good coat, or the coat faded, or something. It's not a lot of areas that need to that show the highlights. I mean, once I put that shield on, we're barely going to see. That's it. Oh, you know, I haven't done his legs at all. I just realized that. His legs, his pant legs here. I didn't even do it with the brown. Come to think of it, I didn't even do the armor on his legs. Holy cow, I totally missed the leg. Actually, it's that he's only got one leg back here that actually has all that stuff. And yeah, I totally missed it. He's got a shield on his pant leg, an armor on his pant leg that I am totally missing. Alright. I think that's good enough for right now. That's I gotta do that clock before I can glue it on. I gotta do the clock because I think this shield's gonna block his clock. Clock is clock, block is clock. Clock is clock. His clock will be clocked. I'm pretty sure this guy. Yeah, it's gonna make the clock hard to paint. So do I go with a bronzy clock, a red clock? Should I go red? Red's kind of overdoing it at this point. I think I don't want to do a red clock or a white clock. Let's go with something, maybe a silver clock? Or just a plain white clock? Holy McMullions, I don't know. Alright, let's do this. Let's go with where's my white? White ink is around here somewhere. Oops, looks like I already have some white ink over here. Oh no, that's my my white ink and my silver stuff. When I was doing all the silvering, I'm going to take this I'm going to do the inside of the face white. So basically the whole face is going to get whited because I can't do just the inside. It's too tiny. But I will do the numbers on top after. Now this is a white ink, which is proving to be not very solid. Problem is I'm not a fan of Vallejo's white. It's very chunky. So we're gonna try Warhammer's white to give it a little bit more body. Just that the pigment is just way too thick in Vallejo's white. It's painfully thick. I'm going to do extra coats. This is not going to paint all at once. Which means I'm going to be short up. It'll be cut it close. I don't know if I can get extra coats in there. But let's go ahead and do... screw it. I'm going to do a red clock. I just said, don't do red. Anything but red. But now I'm going red, man. How about a darker red? Like just a plain old rojo red. it'll still be in the same family of red. But maybe I'll do some highlights on it, turn it kind of, I don't know. I'm just doing red. This is a very, very rojo red. It's no, can't got time to make be overly decision-y. Because decisions need to get made and done, you know. Time is getting. I haven't glued him on. I haven't glued his arm on. I haven't glued his sword on. His sword's not even 100%, which at this point I'm gonna have to admit defeat on getting it all, the sword done even. But we'll have to just work on it when it's glued on. That's all there is to it. My eyes are burning. I think they're just dry from from the day, you know. Sometimes too intense of a stare, I guess. Not blinking enough. We'll say this though, burning eyes will make you blink more. Alright, I'm gonna use bronze, gold. No, let's go with a hoplite gold, huh? No, hoplite gold's probably too thin. And hoplite gold is it is a speed paint. Problem is, I don't think it's gonna be the right. I think it might be too thin. It's actually not a bad gold, but it's probably going to look pretty dark on a dark surface. No, I guess no. It actually looks okay. I really put a tiny drop. It's almost so tiny that this extra tiny spot I'm painting still might not be enough paint. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's coming out alright. I think I actually kind of like that dark red clock with its ringer bells. Do need a little bit more white on the face of the clock though, so before I can paint those numbers. So let's get that in there so that it dries a little bit more, so I can do the number faces. Numbers are Roman numerals. I was just going to paint them red like the rest of it, but I want to get the white done. I don't know if I can. Because I didn't even do the inside of the walls of this clock because I knew this paint would probably touch them when I went to put more on. Alright, that's not too bad. Alright, so while I wait for that to dry a little bit, I can go a little bit more with the red maybe. Alright, got the red on the clock hood, and then I do see where I kind of messed, got a little spot where my silver and white mix there did not quite, I think I'm reading more of the metallic though. My metallic is thinned out. And in order for me to use that with the white, I'm going to have to mix that back up. Really tiny amount right here inside the clock. And you say, how am I going to do that? Well, good question. I'm going to have to use a smaller brush, I think. What time is it? 9:28. My time is almost up and I still haven't glued them together. Blah, blah. That's all I gotta say is blah blah. Oh, I already touched the bell. In spite of my best efforts to use a smaller brush that I thought was allowing me to avoid doing not bad things, but not so much. Okay. Alright, so I have to go back to my bronze here, fix my bell that I accidentally got bronze on. Some people say you shouldn't even bother to paint over it. You should just rub it off, but I don't know if I can. Nope, that is not coming off. That strategy is not working. Gonna have to go back to the paint. And I still didn't do the part in front, but I think I can do that without the shield. I can put the shield on. Where the heck did it go? Did I literally throw it over there? Alright. Well, definitely not done, but definitely going to need to be done later. Let's see if I can glue this on without disrupting my ability to paint the clock. I think I can do that. Yeah, let's paint it. Let's glue it on. Let's at least do the arm so I can say arm is glued on. One key element, you know. I could do the sword later. Do the sword tomorrow or whatever. Shoot. There's one thing I want to do really fast. Don't know if I can do this really fast. I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna take a little of my some Alright, I got time for that. Let's just do this. Yeah. Quick before it dries, kid. Quick before it dries. Right. Let's glue that on before it dries. I think it's in there. Yeah. Alright. Well, Santa's got his shield. I'm almost tempted. I wonder if I should have put the white trim on his shield too. So he could have just went all white trimmy, but I like the wood part. Maybe I should. Maybe I will. Put the white trim on it. His metal is white at least. Then maybe I could do something with the white. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's a later thing, but for now, he's done for today. So, we got another hour and 20 minutes of Santa in, and we did not finish, but I gotta glue his sword on tomorrow. And then, yeah. I haven't even put the magic blue on it yet. So, I don't know. And I'm not even sure I'm 100% happy with my NMM. It needs some more dark and light stuff going on, and I need to do it more on the back because this is kind of how it sits. So, yeah. It's rough. Not going to be done. Oh well, I didn't put enough time into it. I will put more time into it, but I just don't think it's going to all be done before tomorrow, sadly. Until then, till next time, take it easy.